On this lecture, we talk about Google Colab practically. So we basically create a Google Colab notebook by accessing the site. So let's get started. So first of all, you need to search Google Colab. And the first link here is welcome to Colab or Google Colab. So click one of the link that I provided to you. So I click on this link. So after clicking that, I basically already logging in the login in the Google Colab. So when you log in the Google Colab, you see this type of interface, this type of pop-up. So you have recent Google Colab notebook that I created recently. I have Google Drive tab. For example, you want to import for example, you want to import Google Colab notebook from your Google Drive that you saved or backup. So you can also import from here. You can also import a Google Colab notebook from a GitHub repository. So for example, you want to fetch a Google Colab notebook from a GitHub repository. So just you need to provide the link here and just export it, and you can import that particular Google Colab in your account or in your Google Colab environment and do the modification you want. You can also upload a Google Colab or a Python file from your system also. So I'm going to create a new notebook. So from this bottom button, you can just create a new notebook. And after a few seconds, our new notebook is created. So there's a name of our notebook, untitled one.ipnb. Now this is the extension for notebook, Python notebook. So this is basically extension for Python notebook. We have this connect button. So this is basically a button to connect to the Google server. So you can do the computation you want. So basically you're connecting to a virtual CPU. Now we have this file explorer, so you can upload a data file here. So for example, you can export a file here, do the task you want to do with the help of files, etc. We have this sample data that is already provided by Google. So for example, this is the basically the most used beginner level data set for AI and machine learning. So you can also use one of that data to do processing and create a ML model according to this data. Now we have this variable. So for example, the variable you define here is recorded here. So for example, you define a equal to 5, run this. So this a is recorded or stored in this variable tab. So all your variable is stored in this variable tab. We have the search, so you can find the particular things in your Google Colab. So basically this is a search or replace option in this search tab. We have this section here, so you can also create a new section. For example, I want to create new section, let's say hello world. So by this you can create a new section, and the thing you write inside the section is recorded here. So in this, for example, I type here like this, and I can collapse this. So this is the use of section. So it's make your code more organized. Now this is the basic Google Colab interface. Now this is basically indicating RAM and disk usage. So this is system RAM. This is the disk you provided to do coding. So for example, you can upload 107 gigs of. So for example, 26 GB of data is already allocated in this sample data example or something like that. And you have 81 to 83 GB of free space provided by Google Colab. So that's a lot for starting. So here is our comment. We can also add comment here. So for example, you want to share this Google Colab notebook to someone else, to some researcher, to some of your friend or some of your AI researcher friends. So you can just add comment here for some basically a personal note or something like that. So you can also add comment here. So here's a share button. When you click the share button, you can share this Google Colab notebook with the help of the link, or you can also control that who can see your Google Colab notebook, who can access your Google Colab notebook. So for example, you can set the access level also. So there's a lot of privacy also in this Google Colab, and there is a lot of security. And we have this setting button here. Now this setting button tell you that you can also change the theme of your Google Colab. So for example, I change into to dark. If I hit save, my Google Colab is changed into dark. Basically, our programmer is do coding in the dark environment. It's your choice basically. Now we have this page layout. Now there's something change here. I don't know. Now you can change the font size, font color, or font family. So for example, I can change into you can also change into serif. You can also change to font size, for example 17. I hit save, my font size is changed into serif, and my theme is changed into night owl. Let's say another example. And this is the subscription model. So for example, when you pay $11 per month, you can do a much more computation things in your Google Colab notebook. And same for this Google Colab Pro. So if you want to purchase a Google Colab subscription model or Pro model or Pro membership, you can just buy from here, Google Colab Pro. So by purchasing this, you can leverage the benefits of this advanced functionality that provided by Google Colab, or basically advanced computation power. Now this is also a pay-as-you-go functionality. It is decided by the usage you use. For example, GPU you use, CPU you use. This is a GitHub things. You can connect your GitHub from here, and also can upload the code or Google Colab notebook into GitHub. Now this is the all the things you can see after completing this lecture. But this is the thing I want to show you, that for example, how to create a basic Python code here. So for example, I want to create a basic mathematician, a basic calculation task. So for example, a equal to 5, b equal to 6, and when I run enter here, my code is executed. So to execute this code, you need to press shift plus enter. So combinedly, you need to press shift plus enter here, and after using this shift plus enter, your code is executed, and this is the time it's taken to execute. So for example, in this case, I've taken only 0 second, and because this code is very small. And let's do operation on it. So for example, a plus b, and I need to again use shift plus enter here, and we get 11. Now you can create Python codes or Python script here, and there is a advantage of this Google Colab notebook over scripting file. So let's say we want to create this something like that. Input, enter name, and when I enter this, I get this inbuilt text prompt. So for example, TUY, and I enter my name TUY, or random name. And if I want to access the name, I just need to run print. I just need to type a here only. No need to type print or anything else, just need to type a here only. So that's the power of Google Colab notebook. This can shorten your coding, some of the coding boilerplates like prints or etc. And with the help of this Google Colab notebook, you can create sections for something like that can organize your code more efficiently, and you can also shift your Google cells. So this basically this one particular block is called cell here. So you can shift here, upper shift, down shift, so from this you can see that, and there is a lot of customization in Google Colab, and you can also delete it here. You can also comment here. So for example, you can also comment here. So if you want to add comment for a dedicated cell, you can also comment here. You can also copy the link of the particular cell. So for example, you share this link of the particular cell to someone else, and when they open the link, they redirect it to the cell automatically. And now there is a lot of option in this thing, so you can also see that in your Google Colab. And this is also automatically saved. So for example, I change here something, let's say print hello. So this thing is automatically saved here, so you don't need to save it at all. So that's all for this tutorial, guys, and I hope you get the intuition that what is Google Colab, and how can we do customization and things with the help of this Google Colab. How can we change the things? How can we change the theme? And how can we change what is this RAM and disk here? And we talk about this tool and runtime in this next lectures. And we also see in this lecture that what we can upload files here. We can add a section to our particular Google Colab notebook to made our code more organized. We can search something in our Google Colab, etc. So that's all for this tutorial, guys, and I hope you get the intuition. So my recommendation is to just go to the Google Colab notebook and try different Pythonic code, and see you in the next lecture. Until then, bye bye and enjoy deep learning.